Hey, what is up, docs? Ryan G here, and man, I gotta share something with you guys. It's driving me nuts. I'm so freaking pissed. I've got this person, this chiropractor, who wanted me to kind of do some research on their competition and just to see if we can help them or not. And man, I'm so upset when I see this stuff happen. This chiropractor is kind of struggling to get new patients. They've tried a lot of different things. They hired this media buyer who is running ads currently on Facebook and on Instagram, which is shocking to me. Like if you're, it's actually not shocking, but because I know that many of these media buyers, they just take an online course, like Billie Jean's marketing course, that teaches them, hey, this is how you convince somebody to give you money. This is how you run the ads. And it's so easy. That's what they keep saying. Dude, it is not easy. But they do that. They run these ads. They take your money. And they do not give a flying crap whether what they're doing is correct or not. So let me just go through the plethora of cluster items that I found with this person. In fact, let me just pull up the ads library again so that I can look at them. And then, so like one thing that I noticed that's really hilarious to me is the creative. So the creative in a Facebook ad is the image or the video that, a person is scrolling through Facebook. They're trying to relax. They're watching cat videos or looking at pictures with of their family and stuff. And then all of a sudden you're interrupting them with your ad. So just imagine how you feel, right? Like you're just scrolling, you're trying to relax, and then boom, you see an ad. And we can usually tell that it's an ad pretty quick, right? Now, if that creative, the image or the video does not like absolutely speak to you, your needs, wants, and desires, you're just gonna scroll right past it, right? I mean, we've all done that thousands of times. The creative, the image, needs to match what you're talking about. So this one, it's an image of a donut, okay? And then it says diabetes, inflammation, and belly fat. What the hell does a donut have to do with diabetes, inflammation, and belly fat? It doesn't. Has nothing to do with it. So that image would not speak to me. It means nothing to me. And I guarantee that this ad is not converting well. I guarantee that it's terrible. The other thing in marketing, there's a principle called the law of one. So if you're running an ad, you only want to speak to one audience with one problem and introduce one solution. So this right here, this ad, it's a diabetes, inflammation, belly fat seminar. Like that violates the law of one. So because now it's confusing. Now you're speaking to three different types of people. You're speaking to somebody who has diabetes, somebody who has inflammation, which is a different person, could be the same, but it's also different, and also has belly fat. So listen, I have inflammation. I don't have diabetes and I don't have belly fat. So this would not make sense to me. But if it was just a diabetes seminar or a, how to reduce inflammation in 10 days seminar, that would make sense because you're speaking to one person with one problem and you introduce one solution, which is your free, seminar. So anyway, and then so we have the creative, which is the image. And then so when somebody's scrolling, the first thing that they see generally is going to be the creative, the image of the video. The next thing that they read is called the headline. So that's the bolded section right underneath the creative. And with this one, it says, unlock natural solutions for diabetes. Okay, that's fine, whatever. And then after they read that, then they go up to the primary text, which is the words above the image. So anyway, it's just really, really silly. Are you looking for the root cause of diabetes? Dude, everyone knows the cause of diabetes. That doesn't even make sense. Are you looking for the root cause of diabetes? Yeah, everybody knows what that is. You either have type 1 diabetic, which means the problem with your body, or type 2 diabetic, which means you're eating too much crap, right? So again, this doesn't make any sense. But if you said something like, are you suffering from chronic nerve pain? Are you suffering from chronic nerve pain caused by diabetes? Okay, now we're actually calling out a problem that person, the reader, actually has. We're speaking to one problem, one solution. Just makes a lot more sense. Then the next image here, again, creative. They're talking about diabetes, inflammation, and belly fat, but it's a woman's head. And it's like, if you've ever looked through a, what is it called? Like, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Like a thermal scan or something, like where you just see the like red and green and blue outline. Oh my gosh, can't believe I can't think of this right now. So anyway, it's that, which again, makes no sense. It has nothing to do with diabetes, inflammation, or belly fat. It's an irrelevant image that does not speak to anybody, and people are just scrolling right past this thing. Now, the next ad that I find sad that they're doing this, very sad. It's an ad that says, put a stop to knee pain. And then, okay, so now it's got a video. So then I click on the video to watch it, and the video is literally talking about peripheral neuropathy. So I thought when I first saw this, oh, they just made a mistake. They accidentally uploaded the wrong video. Nope, because they did it 4 different times with 4 different videos, none talking about knee pain. They're all talking about neuropathy. Clearly, this media buyer is an idiot who lacks attention to detail and is just wasting money for these people. Yeah, it's crazy to me. So let's see, is this active? Yeah, active. Okay, so these are active ads. And you know when you click on the button that says learn more or get offer, literally it brings you to the Facebook homepage, which means the person has put in the wrong link and or no link at all, which sucks because they're just wasting money. Okay, so then the other one, this is actually the doctor's fault. Again, he's trying to create an ad for knee pain, but when he gets on there, he starts talking about why the shockwave is so important. You need the shockwave. The shockwave, again, remember the ad is for knee pain, but in the video, he's talking about why the shockwave is so critical for people who are suffering with peripheral neuropathy. So when he goes through this 1.5-minute long thing, and what he did is he created a lot of value in the shockwave, but there are dozens of people in his city that are offering the shockwave. So you haven't shared with your prospective patient why they should come to you. Does that make sense? The other thing that's really important here is that when you're running these types of ads, you need to have a very clear call to action. So the structure of these types of ads should be hook, story, and then offer. So you have to grab the person's attention. Remember, they're scrolling. They're trying to relax. They're not interested in you. So when they scroll and they land on your ad and it says, hi, Clover, you want to be in this podcast? Huh? When they're scrolling and it says, hi, my name is Dr. Joe, and I want to tell you today about this new piece of equipment that we got, and we're the only company, or we were the first company in our state to get this piece of equipment, and it's an amazing piece of equipment because it's going to do this, this, and this. Dude, that patient already scrolled by. They don't care about you. They don't care about your stupid piece of equipment. They already went on to another cat video because you are boring. So the hook is you've got to say something or do something that's going to grab that viewer's attention and give them a good reason to stop and actually listen to what you're saying. So an example of that, if we're targeting and running ads towards a person suffering with chronic nerve pain, we want to enter the conversation that's already in the person's mind. So if we say something like, are you suffering from numbness, tingling, or burning pain in your feet? Are you struggling to fall asleep at night because if you feel the tingling going up your legs? If you answered yes, we have a secret solution for you that very few people know about, but we have it. And then you keep going. So that hook right there of asking a question that your perfect patient actually cares about, that's how we grab their attention and get them to keep paying attention to that ad. Does this make sense? You can also use that hook with the creative. So remember, the creative is the image or it's the video. And it could be like a crazy image. Again, the best way to do this is to look on Facebook and maybe just type in the word neuropathy and then just scroll through all the posts. Do 100 of them. Scroll through 100 posts on neuropathy, and now you'll get a really good understanding of what is normal. What's the baseline? So now we've got to have something that's wildly different. Something that as somebody is scrolling through all the normal, nonsense, which Napoleon Hill calls it hypnotic rhythm. When people are on Facebook, they're in this hypnotic trance, and they don't even realize that they're just scrolling. Their brain is not disengaged. They're disengaged, and they're just scrolling. We're trying to break that preoccupation by showing something that kind of startles them a little bit. And we can do that with, if it's a video, with a creative angle. And that's why you see a lot of successful creators will hold the camera at a weird angle, or there'll be a weird background behind them, or just a cool background, just something that is not normal. And that grabs people. It makes their brain become active for a split second, and you've got that split second to share a compelling story with them of why they should continue to pay attention. And, just a side note as I continue to go through these things, this doctor is attempting to teach his perfect patient why they should choose him. And people don't come to your practice because they understand everything you understand. They come to your practice and they choose you as their chiropractor because they feel like you understand them. That's why people buy. Think about in our lives, there's so many people that suck at listening. They'll sit in front of you, and they will maybe nod along, or they'll be on their phones or whatever, but they're just not listening as you're talking and sharing things with them. One thing that everybody says about me is they say, Ryan really listens. And I do. It's a skill that I've developed over years, and I think I'm very good at it most of the time. People don't care what you have to say. They don't need to understand your piece of equipment. They don't need to understand everything that you know as a chiropractor. What they want is they want to feel like you understand them, that you understand their pain, that you understand their suffering, what they've been going through every single night for year after year after year. They want to see that you understand that you're not the first doctor they've been to, that they've already tried other chiropractors, probably dozens of chiropractors who made BS promises that they could fix this, and they all lied straight to their face. They've tried medication. These people have tried surgery, they tried injections, and some of them might have tried surgery. My wife had nerve ablation done, and it was a disaster. The nerves grew back, I guess, and it was so much painful than the original problem. She's like, I wish I would have never done this. So speaking to those things that are already inside of your perfect patient's mind, that is what's going to get them to trust you. But trying to teach somebody how your equipment works, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. So it reminds me, we had a fan that was supposed to get installed a year ago, and I just never did it because I don't like doing stuff like that. Finally, my wife told me to do it, and I complied. And I hired somebody on TaskRabbit to come install this thing. It's $100. It's well worth my frustration. So the guy's here, and he's installing the fan, and he's trying to explain to me how the fan works. And as I was listening to him, I was like, sir, I honestly don't care how this fan works. I don't need to know how the mechanics work. I get that you're excited about it. I don't care. All I want is for when I push this button right here, I want that fan to turn on. That's the same thing as your patients. Your patients don't care how your shockwave machine works. Nobody. The only person that cares is you. Your patients do not care how the rebuilder works. They don't care about any of it. What they want to know is this going to eliminate my pain? That's it. So that's why people buy. That's why people come to your exam. It's because they have a certainty in their mind that you can actually solve the problem that they have. You are in the problem-solving business, not in the I'm going to teach a chiropractic school in my Facebook ads business. All right, let's see what else is happening with this. There's more. I could go on for a long time, but yeah, the other thing is this media buyer is not running any ads on Google, which Google search, there's two different types of advertising. There's intent-based advertising, and then there's interruption-based advertising. So interruption-based is when you're watching a movie. This didn't happen a couple years ago, but all of a sudden there's ads on movies on Amazon. So you're watching a movie on Amazon, you're all in it, right? It's like right in that cliffhanger moment. The bad guy is about to fall over off this helicopter or something. And suddenly you're interrupted with an ad about some nonsense. And you're like, oh, gosh, I can't believe it, right? Like, have you guys had that happen before? So then that's your moment. You're like, oh, crap, I can't skip this thing. So I guess I'll get up, get some more popcorn or go to the bathroom or whatever. And then suddenly the movie turns back on and you got to get back into it. So that is interruption-based marketing. And an example of interruption-based marketing is Facebook ad, TV commercial, radio commercial, stuff like that. Intent-based advertising is always going to perform a lot better than interruption marketing, because intent-based marketing means a person is actively searching for the solution that you have. So an example of that is when somebody goes onto Google and they say, chiropractor near me. That is a person who actively is looking for a solution to their back pain problem. Does that make sense? So if you're a chiropractor and you're trying to get new patients into your practice and you are not running Google intent-based ads, you are absolutely missing out. Like, that is Google is the most important, not Facebook. So Google will always convert higher than Facebook. Because people on Google are actually looking for you. The people on Facebook don't care, right? Again, they just want to watch a cat video. But so anyway, they're spending a ton of money on Facebook ads. They're wondering why it's not converting. It's not converting because you hired somebody who does not know what the hell is happening. Number two, you need to be running Google ads like immediately. And I did this whole report and breakdown for this company. Let me see if I can go to it real quick. I won't tell you their name, but it's just not good, man. They've been in business for several decades. Let's look at their Google search grid. Their Google search grid, so these are like their competitive ranking based on all their competitors in the area. They're ranked the lowest. So when somebody searches neuropathy in their area, they are literally at the bottom of the page. So position 21, which sucks because you've been in business a long time. You should rank a lot higher than that. They have the least number of reviews out of any competitor in their area. Let's see about this. This is their site speed. Site speed is slow. So they have very poor links and authority. Their ranks is high. Their Google business audit was really poor. Local listings, they only have 2 local listings. Again, really bad. So hopefully I'm meeting with this doc tomorrow, and I'm going to present all this to them. I do really believe that we can help them. And if you're a chiropractor who wants more new patients and is tired of marketing that sucks, shoot me a text message at 813-789-9868. That's 813-789-9868. We will jump on a Zoom call. I'm going to learn all about your problems and what kind of struggles you're facing with attracting new customers. And if I can help you, I'll let you know. If I can't, then I'll tell you we can definitely not help you. So anyway, that's all I've got for today, Doc. So until next time, keep moving forward.